Hey guys, it's me again. So I have kind of a twofold purpose for this video. I want to talk real quick about the holster that I got for my M&P with the TLR1 attached, the Bravo Concealment holster, and then just kind of like a general public service announcement. Caesar's in here, my dog. Say hi, Caesar. He's not very happy right now. Oh, it's okay, buddy. I was going to spend today down at the vineyard pruning some grapevines and stuff, but there is a yes, I know it's okay. There is a massive thunderstorm here, and so I've just kind of been hanging out, waiting for it to break. And now we're under thunderstorm warnings and stuff, and the thunder has been extremely loud, and Caesar usually doesn't care, but when it's those ones that are like he's not fond of those. So he's been like, even like I took a shower earlier, and when I came out of the bathroom, he was laying like right in front of the door, like waiting on me, like, dude, you can't leave me alone in situations like this, okay? So anyway, not important. What is important though is that I have some comments now on this holster. Overall, it has been great. Now, the one thing I will say, getting through both the holster and the mag pouches, since I have a stiffer, stiff gun belt, getting it through here can be a little tricky. Well, I'm sure that I could heat this up and curve these out a little bit more to give it a little bit more clearance room in here. I haven't done it yet because I haven't wanted to mess with it, but that has been one thing that I've noticed, is that getting them on and off of a belt has been really hard, because I have a really stiff belt. You know, I have the Wilderness Tactical 5-stitch belt, so it's not even as stiff as some belts can be, but it's pretty stiff. It's a pretty stiff belt. The one comment I will make, and I know this is an outside the waistband holster, and most people aren't going to wear this concealed carry, but I do sometimes, and I have been for the last few days, if you've watched my other videos. On this sweat guard, this part right here, I don't know if you can see this or not, where it curves back out a little bit, and that's like the high point. That, where when I stand up it's fine, but if I sit down, that point sticks out from the gun. See how there's that gap right there? That point digs into my side something fierce. Overall, not that big a deal. Just everything else has been all my experience with it. With the holster has been positive so far. It's carrying it, from the time I get dressed in the morning to the time that I go to bed at night. Haven't had any problems with it. Seems like it's holding up well. Like I said, the only issue I had with it so far, and both of them, like, this is Kydex, so I can take a heat gun and heat it up, and maybe I don't know if I can push that back in or not, because it might be a clearance issue. I might have to actually trim that down a little bit if I wanted to get rid of that, but as far as this part, the belt loops go, I could heat these wings up and fold them out a little bit to allow the belt to slide through a little bit easier if I wanted to. I probably won't, just because they did it, they made it, they know what they're doing. I would just be messing with it. I would like to get into making Kydex holsters at some point, but right now with the winery and stuff, I'm trying to get ready for our harvest and crushing season. It's just been too much, and getting, we had an addition. Anyway, you guys don't care about that. You don't care about the winery. Well, you probably do care about those guns. So do I. Commonalities here in our personalities. I want to talk about something that came up through watching other people's another channel, Krista Blade, who's by far more popular than I am. So if you're watching my videos, you've probably seen her videos. Krysta Blade, Krista Blade, is going to tactical response. James Jaeger's tactical response fighting handgun class, and or was invited to, and the school was going to cover the cost of her admission, so she didn't have to. See what I mean? I don't know if you guys heard that or not. C's is like hiding behind me right now, like not playing with that. Anyway, so the school was covering the cost of admission, but she had to bring 1,000 rounds of 9mm, and of course pay for like a hotel room and travel expenses and food and all that stuff. So she was bummed because the class is in August. There was no way she was going to be able to save the money in time. So she put a call out to her YouTube channels, and all her subscribers and everything, that if they could spare anything, if they could spare 4 rounds of 9mm, that they could send that to her. That would be a tremendous help. So now everybody, and I'm sending her one of my boxes of 50 of the Freedom munitions that I just got, with the caveat that I haven't tried it yet and don't know how it runs. So that's, if she ends up getting to the class and her gun jams on it, I'm sorry, but you know. So she says now that, and the video's only been out a couple days, it hasn't been very long, but she said that she's already gotten commitments for enough money and ammo that if everybody sends her what they've committed so far, she'll be able to go to the class in August. And that is what I want to talk about, is that spirit of camaraderie in the gun community, and how we need to foster that any way that we can. I mean, little things. Sending somebody a box of ammo or a couple bucks, you know, like if you sent her $5 so that she could get like some McDonald's one night, you know, hey, you did your part, man. That's 2 McDoubles, 2 apple pies, and a large sweet tea, and that's a pretty good meal in my book, boys. But anyway, stuff like, you know, like I built right before everything popped off and it got crazy last year, I built an AR-15 for a buddy, and during the course of, like, after I had finished building it, but before I had gotten it to him, everything went crazy and prices skyrocketed and stuff, and I had literally had people who knew that I had built it calling me, asking me to sell it to them. And I was like, no, you know, this guy paid for all the parts. He's the one that I built it for. I committed to do it for him. So I built him this gun for, I think the total came out to like $700. Right around $700, I'm pretty sure, and that was with sights and 1 magazine. Using mostly Palmetto State Armory stuff. So when I actually took it to him and gave it to him, he was like, "How much do you want for it?" And I was like, "No, man, you know, it's your gun. You paid for all the parts. I just put it together." And he was like, "Yeah, but you know, you built it, so what do I owe you for building it? You know, you could have easily sold this gun for $1,400, paid me back for the parts, and kept $700. I was like, yeah, but that would have been messed up, dude. That would have been messed up. But what he did do later is he called me up one day and said, "What are you doing after you leave the winery today?" I said, "Well, you know, I don't have any plans." He said, "Well, come by my house, bring your AR, bring your guns, you know, bring your pistols, and we'll shoot. And don't bring any ammo, because I'm going to provide all the ammo." So I get there, and he's got a big, like, you know, heavy-duty toolbox full of boxes of ammo that he's bought over the past however many months. You know, been stockpiling slowly, and pretty much just gave me free reign and said, you know, let's just shoot and have fun. And we shot probably a couple hundred rounds of 223 and 5.56, and then 100 or so rounds of 45 and stuff like that. And that was, it was all free for me. It was his ammo. He paid for it. And, you know, this is at the point, this has been a couple of months ago, where you were paying $12, $13 for a box of 20 223. And he's let me blow through it like it's nobody's business. That's the kind of mentality that we need. Whether you give your buddy a mag or a box of ammo or, you know, an old beat up holster that you don't use anymore that they need, anything that you can do to help out other people that are interested in firearms, whether they're experienced or not, goes a long, long way. And that's what I told Krista Blade, or she'll find this out when she gets the ammo, the little note that's in there. I told her, look, she'd mentioned in her video that people refer to her as a gun bunny and don't think she knows anything, and she really wants to go to this class and further herself as a shooter. I said, look, you know, and this is true, is some people might just look at her as a hot chick with a gun. But there are people out there, you know, there are other women and there are guys out there who are watching her videos and becoming more interested in firearms. And that's important. At this point in our history, the best thing you can do is get more people interested in firearms. They don't have to buy guns. You know, if somebody just wants to go out and shoot one mag through your gun and they're like, wow, that was fun, you know, that was good, we should do that again sometime. You know, that's all you need. So just foster that brotherhood, that camaraderie, you know, help it further our cause. More than the rantings, you know, it's awesome that there are people that are so passionate out there that they want to go on these big angry rants and stuff like that. That doesn't help us. That all the people that are agreeing with people that rant are the people who already agree with the people that rant. As soon as you yell at somebody one time, you turn them off. If somebody's sitting on the fence about guns and you yell at them one time, you've turned them off on guns. And you don't have to agree with me on that, but that's my honest opinion. If somebody goes, well, I don't know if I support gun rights or not, and you go, how dare you? How could you not support the Second Amendment? The Second Amendment was the second most important thing the Founding Fathers thought we had to protect. Well, that might be true. But your presentation to that person just turned them off. They don't want to listen anymore. They've tuned you out. And the next time somebody comes on TV and goes, don't you think that for the good of our families and our children, we should ban high-capacity magazines? That person just talked to them, and even though it's a message that's not one that we support, not one that's correct, not one that's going to make a difference, those people are going to listen to that person because they talk to them instead of yelling at them. It's a big distinction. The thing that is going to spread the word the most is you having intelligent, rational conversations with people and exposing people in a positive way to firearms and firearm use. That's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree. If you agree, or if you just like the video in general, please go to the bottom, click the little thumbs up symbol. And again, it's America. It's your freedom. If you don't like it, give me the thumbs down. I'll be sad, and kittens may die. I'm saying, you thumbs down my videos, God kills kittens. So, give me the thumbs up, save the kittens, and subscribe to the channel. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please subscribe. That's all I've got for you guys. This is America, and you are free.